Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Easy English Bible Study Podcast. My name is David Gray, and together we're going to read the Bible, and I'll give some comments in easy to understand English. Okay, let's get started. All right, today is the first Sunday after Christmas on the liturgical calendar. It's the first Sunday after Christmas. It's also called, this Sunday is called the Holy Innocents. The Holy Innocents. The reading today is from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2, verses 13 to 23. The Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 13 to 23. Now, this is about Mary, Joseph, and Jesus escaping to Egypt, running away, going to Egypt. If you want to understand the reading a little better, the context or the background, you might want to read the beginning of chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. Okay, so before I read, the Magi have just visited Jesus, Mary, and Joseph in their house. Okay, they're in their house. So we have this image that the Magi, that they visited them at the manger with the shepherds, but actually that's not true. The shepherds visited Mary and Jesus and Joseph at the barn, at the cave, the Christmas scene that we know. But the Magi came later when they were in a house. So the Magi left, and let's read verse 13. When they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. Okay, so when they had gone, when the Magi had gone. We also call them the wisemen, when they had left. So, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. Get up, he said, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him. As you find out earlier in chapter 2, the wise men, or the Magi, came looking for the King of the Jews. They called him the King of the Jews to King Herod. King Herod did not like that. He saw it as a threat. He saw it as a danger. He wanted to know where baby Jesus is. He wanted to kill him. But in the story, the Magi see Jesus and then they leave. They don't tell Herod. So now the angel is telling Joseph and Mary to escape. Well, telling Joseph, sorry. He's telling Joseph to escape to Egypt, to get away from King Herod. Verse 14. So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night, and left for Egypt, where they stayed until the death of Herod. Wow, so Joseph obeyed immediately. Right away at night, he leaves. Next. And so was fulfilled what the Lord had said through the prophet. Out of Egypt I called my son. Okay, so this is written in the Old Testament, and this is a kind of prophecy about Jesus going to Egypt. It is also interesting because in the Old Testament, the Israelites went to Egypt also. So there is a parallel. There's something similar happening with Israel in the Old Testament and Jesus and his mother and father in the New Testament. Verse 16. When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious, and he gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity who were 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned about the Magi. He had learned from the Magi. So Herod is angry. The Magi do not come back to him to tell him where Jesus is. Herod is not just angry, he's very, very angry. He's furious. And now he wants all the boys 2 years old and younger to be killed in the Bethlehem area. The vicinity of Bethlehem is the area around and in Bethlehem. Verse 17. Then what was said through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. Verse 18. A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted, because they are no more. So again, we have an Old Testament reading from Jeremiah 31 verse 15, and this is again a prophecy of the terrible killing that Herod has done. I always find that so sad when I read that part of the reading. Verse 19. After Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said, Get up, take the child and his mother, and go to the land of Israel. For those who were trying to take the child's life are dead. Verse 21. So he got up, took the child and his mother, and went to the land of Israel. Again, Joseph immediately obeys the dream. Now he's returning back to Israel. Verse 22. But when he heard that Archelaus was reigning in Judea in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go there. Having been warned in a dream, he withdrew to the district of Galilee. Verse 23. And he went and lived in a town called Nazareth. So was fulfilled what was said through the prophets, that he would be called a Nazarene. So Joseph was told to go back to Israel, but he was afraid to go back to Judea because Archelaus had a terrible reputation. It was known by everyone that he was a very violent, unstable ruler, unstable king, very violent, very brutal. So he does not want to go back to Judea. Instead, he goes to the area, the district of Galilee, and that's why Jesus grew up in the town of Nazareth. And so he's a Nazarene. someone from Nazareth is a Nazarene. When I read this reading today, the thing that I'm most struck by, the thing that I learned the most, is that Joseph was very, very obedient. We already saw that before when he takes Mary as his wife, and he believes that the baby is from God, and he obeys God. But here, he is told by the angel to go to Egypt. He's told by the angel to come back. And he doesn't wait. He doesn't take a long time to prepare. He doesn't take time to say goodbye to people. He immediately obeys the angel of the Lord and does what he is told. So for me, that is one of the biggest lessons I got from today's lesson. And also, I feel very sad about the babies, the young children that were killed by King Herod. Okay, so that's today's reading. I hope that you could understand today's reading and that it was helpful for you. And I hope that you'll have a good week. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. And please don't forget to leave a comment. I've noticed that there's people listening from more and more countries, which is very exciting. So if you can leave a comment, that would be great. Thank you. Goodbye. God bless you.